Welcome back to another video. I have had such a busy morning. Currently at my barber waiting to get my hair cut. My appointment's in like 10 minutes. Like I said, I've been running around like crazy this morning. I worked an early shift, had one meal, went straight to the gym, hit a little bit of arms, brought my post-workout meal with me. Now I'm here getting my hair cut. I did not have enough time to record my workout, but I'm gonna be finishing off arms at my home gym in a few hours. So you guys will be able to see a few clips from that. I had a super solid pump today. Was really happy with how the physique is looking. And now we're getting the haircut, so it's gonna bring everything together. And we're back, we're finally back. So I'm feeling great, another good day. I am ready to take fucking action. But yeah, I'm just feeling really good. I'll show you guys like a little bit of a before and after. So here, this is what I'll do. Here is the final cut. So I'm pretty happy with it. Been needing to get one for like a few weeks now. I'm headed home right now. Like I said, I will finish my arm workout at home. I might train right as I get home. I might give it some time. But regardless, I'll keep you guys updated and see you guys when I get there. Alright, so like I was saying before, I did do a mini workout earlier before I got my haircut done. This is part 2 of that workout, just kind of finishing off the arm day. As you saw, I was just kind of warming up with light weights, getting blood flow to the muscles. Honestly, started getting a decent pump. At the gym, I would say I did more biceps. My biceps feel pretty good at the end. I wish I got clips. I'm really kind of pissed about that, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can do now. Good thing is I'm in my home gym, so I have the freedom of being able to talk at any angle. I can pose in between my sets, so I'm excited to do this. Give you all a quick tour actually. So got my dumbbell station here, mirror in front. As you can see, I'm just working on this bench here. The gym's small, we don't have much, but we got all the essentials. This gym was built during COVID. All my buddies, whenever they would train here, they would call it the dungeon. Used to have dungeon vibes, but we kind of spruced the place up a little bit and it's looking a lot nicer. So right now I'm just doing some seated dumbbell curls, supersetting with some tricep row push downs. As you saw before, I was just working up to my top set, so I got 30 pounds here, and we're gonna take this to failure. I just want to show you guys this pulley system that we have. It really makes no sense to me. It was pretty cheap. It was probably like $100 in total. When we put it together, we realized one, probably about this much room in between the pad that's supposed to keep your knees down and the lowest setting that it can go. It makes no sense. But with the seat being all the way up here and the bar being all the way back there, tell me how this makes sense. Like, I'm literally about to fall back. Whoever engineered or designed this, I don't know what they were on, but unless we built it wrong. As you can see, I'm doing some tricep push downs right now. Funny enough, this is actually my old dog's toy. This isn't a real tricep push down rope. But I saw a clip of Jay Cutler. He always likes to start off his arm day, especially when he's doing triceps. with tricep row push downs. It kind of warms up the elbows, and before he does any sort of like pressing movements or overhead movements, you know, this loosens up the joints and gets him going for the workout. Now, if Jay Cutler did it, I'm gonna do it. You have to ideally find out what works best for you and for your body type. You have to take the basic principles into account, but you also have to factor in that each individual is unique and that your needs may be different than the next guy's. Good as it is that we have access to all this knowledge and information, there's also a drawback because there's almost too much of it. You don't know who to listen to. And people, especially newcomers into the gym, they're always looking for like a black and white answer. They can't comprehend or wrap their head around that there's certain things like genetics that play a key role. There's no certainties when it comes to your genetics. That's for you to figure out on your own. And it affects so many things within your training, diet, nutrition training. That's why I say you have to follow the basic principles, but really dial in each aspect and figure out what are the best advantages for you, for whatever your specific goals are. You know, obviously if you're a bodybuilder, you're gonna tailor your needs and goals towards that. But if you just wanna live a healthy lifestyle and you just wanna look good, you know, there's a different approach that you're gonna take. Obviously bodybuilding, you know, there's a lot of overlaps within the two, but bodybuilders tend to take things to the extreme. Ideally, they're trying to maximize their progress, maximize their results, ultimately in return to maximize their physique. I'm gonna be honest, the one thing I'm dreading after this workout is having to do cardio. I did start with 10 minutes on the treadmill, but I'm gonna have to do another at least 20. But we'll get it done. I wanna take the shirt off, but the body dysmorphia is kicking. That is a JM press, so it's like a combination of like a skull crusher and close grip bench. Instead of going back and having your hands all the way here, like some people do on a skull crusher, you're gonna come down more towards your literal skull and make sure you keep your elbows tight like you would on a close grip bench. So I wrapped up that arm workout. Honestly, had a lot of fun. I missed training at my home gym. It's been too long. I'm excited for this. So what I did last night was I was prepping chicken and I decided I'm gonna marinate it overnight. But what I used is pickle juice. So if you guys don't know, I heard through the grapevine that Chick-fil-A or Popeyes, maybe it's KFC, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure this is a thing. Brining your chicken in pickle juice. It probably has something to do with like I don't know, but it makes it one, more tender, and two, you get like just such a juicy chicken breast. It's you guys need to try it. What I need to do is I need to drain this juice out. So I'm gonna think smarter, not harder. This is gonna work, I know it is. There's no way the chicken's big enough to fall out of that hole. Ah! God damn it! Fucking was wrong.
You alright?
Yeah, my chicken slipped out of the bag. I'm not gonna rinse them off either because I want as much juice as I can. Super basic with the seasoning here. Classic Dano's original. And then I'm gonna do some of this Kinder's, the blend, salt, pepper, garlic. I'm showing you all the types of variety that you can have with just one source of protein. So even though I'm eating chicken every day, by changing the seasoning, changing the marinade, changing the cooking technique, there's so many ways that you can manipulate the flavor and add new variety to your diet.
which is super key. You know, when you're trying to stay consistent and you're eating the same foods day in and day out, it becomes essential. It looks so good. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of left them on for a bit too long, but they look okay. They're not as charred as I expected. The final reveal. Ooh, baby. To give you guys a sneak peek. All right, so as you guys saw, we're done grilling. If I'm being honest, they don't look the most appetizing. They could use a bit more color, but I know they're gonna taste amazing. And we're gonna have a piece. It's so good. It's so good. You get like this aftertaste of like the pickle juice. I think I probably could have went a little bit heavier with the seasoning, but having that additional hint of flavor from the pickle makes it taste so good. It makes up for it. That's delicious. You know, it tastes good when you start dancing when you're eating. That's good. Now you guys know, if you're getting bored of your chicken, you want to switch up the flavor, marinate it in some pickle juice. I'm telling you, can't go wrong. It tastes so good. So I wanted to have a conversation about bodybuilding, more so specifically about like the mental struggles that one can face in bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is such a cool sport because it's an individual sport. There's no team. At the end of the day, the daily decisions that you make leading, compounded over a long period of time is going to make up your physique, your look, your progress, your gains, everything. If you're not committed, if you're not disciplined, there's no one else who's going to pick up that slack for you. We're human. We human nature is, we're not always going to be motivated. We're going to have our ups and downs. It's just how life is. Not every day is going to be sunshine and rainbows. Not every day you're going to feel like you want to go to the gym, you want to do these things. And not every day you're going to feel confident in yourself either too. The most important thing with bodybuilding, set aside like the physical aspect of it, going to the gym, showing up to do your cardio, even the whole diet and everything like that. Take that apart. Bodybuilding is like a very mental sport too. Like I said, everyone has their ups and downs. Motivation comes and goes. Something my coach tells me all the time, on a day-to-day basis, the most important things is the conversations you have with yourself. Ideally, at the end of the day, you need to believe in yourself and you need to love yourself too. There's so many people who I talk to who are in the gym, who work on their bodies every day, who absolutely kill themselves, like they're in the gym, they're dedicated, and yet like they see one picture on Instagram of someone who has shredded abs and downlighting, and immediately they talk down on themselves. They say, I look like I don't have a good physique. It's half joking half the time, like, oh, I should just quit bodybuilding, like, this is what I see every day. But it's, it's something that everyone deals with. You're not gonna look into the mirror every day and be happy with what you see. And I think that's the beauty of bodybuilding, is that like when a lot of people do get into this sport, you're more conscious and more aware of your physique and the standard that you hold for yourself. But I think people need to remind themselves that as good as it is to always be striving for more, always to be improving, you need to take a look back and recognize how far you've come. Recognize the individual progress that you've made. And once you can learn and realize that everyone else's progress doesn't matter. Like I said, this is an individual sport. The only person that matters is you. The decisions that you make on a day-to-day basis leading up, compounded over a long period of time. You worrying about anyone else's physique, you worrying about anyone else's progress is only going to take away energy and effort from your own. You need to instill that in your brain, right? And once you accept that, once you realize that, okay, you're in charge of your own destiny, you control your own fate, then you realize that the decisions you make on a day-to-day basis are going to affect your future. Now, that doesn't mean that, like I said, every day is going to be sunshine and rainbows. You're going to have your ups and downs. You're going to have days where you're struggling. You're not going to want to go to the gym. That's when discipline kicks in. That's when you need to be determined. If you have a goal that you set out for, you need to do X, Y, and Z. You need to check all your boxes, cross all your T's, dot all your I's until that goal is achieved. The opposite of having discipline is complacency. And when you have complacency, you get comfortable, and complacency kills. You need to instill that in your brain. Complacency kills. The mindset you need to develop, you do need to always strive for more. You do need to always want more, want better, but not at the cost of your own mental health. It needs to be something that you have a constant reminder with yourself. If you're constantly talking down on yourself, if you're constantly hating on yourself, that's gonna be there's gonna be a reflection of that in your day-to-day, in your mood, in everything that you do. I think it's something that's overlooked. I think that people tend to look at the outside shell, outside exterior of things, and don't realize that, you know, at the end of the day, we are human. We have feelings. You know, we have ups and downs. I feel like I'm kind of going on a tangent here, and my chicken's burning, but I feel like you guys kind of get the gist of what I'm trying to relay.